So I got this from a local blacksmith. I told him I wanted something custom built, and he suggested that I get one used off eBay and have him refurbish it, which I did. And so this is a 1 pound hewing hatchet, and I don't know who all has done it, but I know at least the Finns, I've seen them do it, where they will take and leave the handle long and leave it tapered outwards towards the proud end, like a pickaxe eye. And then when they need to use their right-handed hewing axe left-handed, they'll just bonk it and knock the head down, flip it over, and then the head will be hafted like this. And it's a hewing axe, so it's tight enough for the job. And so then your right-handed hewing axe is now ambidextrous if you can switch that. So when this handle eventually wears out, I'll probably whittle one, seeing as I've got no shortage of ash here. But this really sped up the process of blanking out a billet. It's much more accurate than the knife, and it's a lot less work because it weighs a pound. I'll show you how good it works here. Pretty much like a planer, so it takes a little bit more time to do a careful job, but compared to the knife, it's just such a joy to use. And see, I can use it for more prying where the grain dips, and so then I can kind of pry this grain away in high areas or in low areas where the blade doesn't want to go. This grain dips here because I went around a knot right there instead of following my original profile line. What I like about the axe compared to the knife too, not only that it's double as heavy, but since when you really get a thick chunk and you really want to whack at it, you can do that. But for this finer stuff, you can choke up on it, and then for the really fine stuff, you can put your finger along the side and just really kind of take and shave along the line if you want, or pretty much whatever you want. It's a nice tool. And there's like this one, since it's refurbished, there's like pits. And a couple of these pits have penetrated the bit, and so the bit has a couple spots that pull fiber in the middle. But I'm not that worried about it because this isn't my finish tool. Like, I'm gonna still hit this with a rasp before I even get to sanding, so it's not that big of a downside to me. It's just, it was, you know, over $100 cheaper than a fresh made hatchet of this type from the same blacksmith. Refurbishing saved me like over $100. I think it saved me $150. But I was just sitting and carving a bow stave with my knife and thinking, my best friend's son makes these tomahawks out of hammers, framing hammers and ball peen hammers, etc. And so I had the suggestion that maybe if he would make me a little tomahawk size one out of a hammer, that it would be pretty suitable. But he doesn't make those anymore. He doesn't even have time. The guy's an engineer, and he doesn't even have time for hobbies anymore, and raising kids and all. So I just started searching around local blacksmiths in my area. So I wrote some emails, and this guy was the quickest one to get me an axe made with his refurbishing process. Which, I mean, it looks like he polished it up, ground the burrs off, gave me a fresh right-handed chisel edge. I dressed this edge, see, it was super flat, plain chisel, and then I dressed a micro bevel to the point where it's easier for me to shave, since I'm not that good with the hewing axe yet. So maybe as I get better with the tool, I'll want to make that edge closer to flat again, but for now at my skill level, probably like that's a lot more better. The turkeys are enjoying spring over there. Okay, so this is going to be a longbow, 66 inches tall, bottom of my nose. It's going to bend through the handle, but this is ash, and this one was a piggyback stave. So this stave had a bow stave here and a bow stave here, which I split off, and then this I chased a growth ring here, and so piggyback stave. It was a throwaway, and it's actually a really nice stave. It'll make a nice longbow for somebody.